You know, I think that this is one of those times that Rotten Tomatoes just didn't get the joke. Hey everybody, I'm Gino Reynolds from The Real Gino, and today we're going to be talking about Robert De Niro's new dramedy, The Comedian.
Jackie Burke, a former sitcom star and aging insult comic, finds his career going through new highs and lows after he assaults a YouTuber trying to film one of his acts for his own web show. Talk about the movie in a minute, but first a little backstory on your boy Gino here. For as long as I can remember, I have been intrigued by the profession that is stand-up comedy. From an early age, I would watch whatever I could because I was interested in the one man versus the audience thing. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Robin Williams, Bill Cosby. Moving on. One of my favorite memories is my dad letting me and my brother watch Chris Rock Bring the Pain with him, and boy did I learn a few things from that one. I think this is the reason that I like The Comedian more than a lot of other reviewers. Is it a perfect movie? No, not by a long shot, but when it came to showing what could possibly be the life of a stand-up comedian, I thought it did a great job. Let me get out of the way why I think a lot of other reviewers had a problem with this movie, because I had the same problem with it. I felt the love story didn't work all that well. While I thought the chemistry between De Niro and Leslie Mann was fine, the story itself was a bit too rom-com-y cliche for me. A big problem with that, and I think this is why a lot of people don't like this movie, is that this is not a rom-com. More on that in a bit. The other problem I had, and this is minor, is the viral video of Burke that gets him some attention from later in the movie. It was one of those video remixes that haven't really been popular for a while now. I think I would have liked to have seen something a little better for that video. Now, back to the plot. While the trailer for this movie did make it seem like it was supposed to be a rom-com, it was more of a dramedy than anything. The plot is not just about the romance between Burke and Mann's character Harmony. As a whole, it is about the life and resurrection of an aging comedian. It deals with Burke trying to get his career past just being a sitcom star, dealing with a changing entertainment business, becoming relevant again, joke stealing, dealing with not being there for his family and other things that someone that has tasted fame might have to deal with. As someone that loves stand-up comedy, this was a treat for me. Also, as a fan, the cameos in this movie made it feel like De Niro's character was a real comic. Appearances from Billy Crystal, Jim Norton, Jimmy Walker, Brett Butler, Gilbert Gottfried, Richard Belzer, and others made the whole experience feel authentic. Another thing that made it feel this way was that places such as the Comedy Cellar as well as the Friars Club were used as settings. Lastly, for those reviewers that didn't think this movie was funny, well, this is not a straight-up comedy. I think to laugh at this movie, you have to be a fan of insult comedy. I thought that the stand-up comedy in this movie was pretty fantastic, but again, I'm a fan of this style of comedy, the for me to poop on comedy, if you will. I felt that De Niro had the perfect chops to make his character seem like the real deal. If you are going to see this expecting another dumb De Niro comedy, and there are a few, then you will be disappointed in The Comedian. If you want to see what life might be like for a stand-up comic, despite the movie's flaws, this is one to check out. One final note about the love story. The whole thing leads to a punchline at the end of the movie. What could be more comedian than that?
As always, thank you so much for watching. What did you think of The Comedian? Feel free to comment on it down below, give this video a like, and subscribe to The Real Gino YouTube channel. But remember, it's only just one guy's opinion. I'm Gino Reynolds from The Real Gino. Till next time.